SMT Nation, we back. Nation, I want to discuss the AT&T Turbo feature. Why does this thing exist? Why did AT&T create a network access feature to offer quote unquote turbo speeds and charge you for it? Don't they already charge enough for their wireless network access? If you get a premium line of access, isn't it expensive enough? Shouldn't you get turbo fast speeds already? AT&T doesn't seem to think so, but I'm going to explain to you guys why AT&T is making you pay for it. A link for the article from Ars Technica on the AT&T Turbo feature will be provided down in the description to help you guys kind of follow along to the inspiration of this video, why I decided to do this commentary video with you guys. Please do like and share this video, subscribe if you're new here, and turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. All right, folks, those of you that know about the news, the AT&T Turbo feature, which costs $7 per month as an add-on, gets you access to the fastest version of the AT&T network. Now, you can't just add this feature to any plan. It's got to be on one of the premium plans that they've offered over the course of the last couple generations. So the original premium plan, the current premium PL plan, and then like the legacy AT&T Elite plan are the only plans where you can add this fee. And I'm going to tell you guys how this works. Based on preliminary testing, it looks like the feature basically restores AT&T's QCI 7 to the consumer network access. For those of you that understand or have seen videos where I discuss QCIs, it's basically a priority tier, right? So AT&T prepaid, bottom tier, it's on QCI 9. As the number drops in QCI to 8, the priority access gets higher. You get more capacity in your experience on the network, right? So the postpaid lines are now on QCI 8 when some of them used to be on QCI 7. So what AT&T basically did is, if you're willing to pay for the turbo feature, is restore QCI 7 to your network access. That's what it looks like and feels like and seems like to me and some of the other users. Carlos S. Tech did some testing. Basically, they took away QCI 7 to the postpaid consumer, gave them back QCI 7 with a $7 monthly add-on. So what are they doing here? Well, why would AT&T do this is pretty clear to me. They just made this announcement earlier in the year. AT&T indicated that they were going to be completely changing how they manage and operate their network, going to the switch to Ericsson across the entire country, claiming they got some sweetheart deal. It's going to offer some synergies. They'll be running an ORAN, the infrastructure based to the network, and that'll give them cost savings and all those things. But there are headwinds in this project. There are going to be tower sites that are going down and going back up. There's new radios that have to be hung, and antennas, and there's still work to be done on the network, and there's cost, billions of dollars in cost, and the customer has to pay for it. AT&T is not coming out of pocket to do this. They're going to be pushing this onto their customers. So that's part of the reason why. AT&T obviously is always investing into their network. So, you're paying for it as a consumer to get this upgraded experience. But this is what it's really all about. They're monetizing their network. They took away an experience, sold it back to the consumer. And what does this do for AT&T? Depending on how much interest, the turbo feature garners, we're talking about several hundreds of millions of dollars in extra free cash flows and revenues that are created from the feature. Just for, someone to have this turbo experience, maybe in times of congestion and heavy usage in locations where there's a lot of AT&T customers, it puts them at the higher tier priority, gets them back into what they were experiencing before. And people have reported slower speeds and less capacitive experiences since they changed the whole QCI setup. Is it worth it for you to pay for this feature? That's something that you would have to make a decision for based on your experiences, but you can clearly see why AT&T is doing it. They're monetizing their network to pay for these investments, and it's pretty clear how AT&T is doing this. Okay, so you guys tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think about the $7 monthly add-on for the turbo feature. Tell me what you think of the QCI setup currently. Do you see it my way? Do you see it a little differently? I think the writing is on the wall and it's pretty clear. I mean, they hand in hand, these things all happened within the same calendar year. What's your take? Sound off in the comment section below. You're the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.